So this video was also inspired by a Reddit post that I've seen at least 30 times within the past month. Okay, slight exaggeration. But it was along the lines of how to live in a world that doesn't care about you. It's referring to specifically men, but I mean, women, they got their own set of problems, and I'm not even going to expand on that. It's not my place to talk about women's problems. Well, I can, but I'm not going to. Because if you look at men in the way that men are these days, we feel disregarded. We feel cast aside. We feel, how do I put it, just taken advantage of. Like there's no reason to even be in the world these days. We look on our phones and we doom scroll. We see all the reasons why we shouldn't do the thing that we want to do. And we can't think of all enough reasons to, just say to hell with it and just go ahead and do it. And that, I think, is part of the problem that we have nowadays. I'm not going to read the article that inspired this, because I've read it 1,000 times, and honestly, the last time, it was a freaking novel. And I could wait till the next one, but I felt like I needed to make this video, because I'm part of this. This is part of my world. And the thing that men lack these days is direction, because as men we are born to suffer, we will be made to suffer, and suffer we shall. That's going to happen, so you have to take that energy and make it into something useful, lest you be destroyed. You're going to be beaten, bludgeoned, cast aside, and destroyed, and probably wind up in a ditch, at least once in your life. It's going to freaking happen, so that's the question of when. And when that happens, usually, that's when guys, they fall into these holes, and they don't know how to get out, and they don't know what to do anymore. And so, they doom scroll. They wind up in these holes of negativity, and let the anger boil down into a broth of just distilled hatred. And that's not what's going to make the world go round. That's just going to make the world even worse than what it is now, currently. And so, what do? What do men lack? What is the main thing that men lack? Positive role models, there's one. So you have to be the new positive role model and make the world into the shape that you want it. We have the tools here, especially with the advent of the internet. It hasn't been censored to the point where we can't do that. So, we have to be the role models that we want. Number 2, you need a clear vision for what you actually want within the world. And most guys don't want that. They just want the pain to stop. And yeah, I totally get that, because I've been there before, and in some ways I'm still there. And I'm not going to lie about it. My life isn't perfect. It never will be. Because of some decisions that I've made, and decisions that I will continue to suffer from. Look into my eyes and tell me, what possible problems could I have? And the third one, and this isn't entirely my ideal, but it's one I subscribe to heavily. And that is men's thrusting nature into the world. The thrust that men have in the world. Because a good amount of us don't have any of that thrust. And the way that we would describe this comes from Zan Perion, the guy who wrote The Alabaster Girl, the guy who I tell you guys, you should read his book, and you should. Zan Perion talks about this lower energy, this thrusting energy, where you go out and make the world into what you want it to be. You look at the guys of old. Napoleon, I can't remember what battle it was. I think it was actually when he was still in France, dealing with the Civil War there. He looked upon the rubble and he found a statued head of Julius Caesar. He found Julius freaking Caesar's bust in the rubble, and he instantaneously knew who that was. 2,000 years later, knows who the hell he is. And then he wept, because I will never be as great as this man. You look at Julius Caesar, whenever there was a civil war in Rome, he came upon a statue of Alexander the Great, and then he wept, because, I will never be as great as this man. Yet you see these men, they were considered to be great individuals, even today. What is it that they have that we don't? drive, direction, thrust into the world. They went out and they moved forward into the world, and they made the world into the image that they wanted it to. A lot of men lack strength. What are we? We're timid nowadays. So many of us are freaking timid. They're just down in our dumps. Oh my God, I can't get laid. Oh my God, I have no reason to do this thing that I want because I'm going to have, people are going to be mean to me. Yeah, people suck. So you have to find the like-minded individuals, be around them. Try not to be in an echo chamber. You got to have some of that discourse so you can actually get to a bigger idea as to what's going on in the world. So, I mean, if you're anti-feminist, you might want to listen to them a little bit because every once in a while they'll come up with a good point. Every once in a while, just not all that often. But you need an expansive picture of the world, and so you can create a map of how to move through it with the goals you have in mind. And that's what I don't see a lot of guys having. They don't have that thrust, that, you know what, I'm going to do this thing. And I don't care what you guys think, because I'm going to do the thing, or I'm going to freaking die trying. Because I'm awesome. I know what I can do. And I'm going to go ahead and do it. It's like when guys talk about women. Oh, women will divorce rape you and they'll destroy you. Yeah, well, if they suddenly start showing red flags, get rid of them. You're the prize, not them. And of course, every once in a while, you guys get too big-headed and the women leaves. And they're like, oh, they're all the same. No. You have to understand your place in the world and what you did to bring upon whatever within it. And so that's a thing that men just lack these days. Not a clear image of the world or how to move about it. So, we must thrust into the world. We must dive in. We must be present within the world. Because that's another thing that we don't have. You see all these guys who are sitting around moping around. Whenever they feel something, they don't feel it through their entire body. They'll sit there, they'll have it in their head, but they won't actually act it out into the world. So whenever I hear these YouTubers, they talk about taking action, most of the people who watch that, they're not going to take any action. I'm sitting here taking action, screaming at this camera, looking like a fool. I'm sure there's somebody, maybe not today, but somebody at some point, they're going to see this window and they're going to see me sitting here talking at the window and they're going to think I'm crazy. But you know what? I don't care because I'm talking to a freaking camera and putting it on the YouTube and whatever other social media I feel like putting it on, because that is what the world needs, in my opinion. I am literally acting upon the world because that's strength. And I should make a video on that one of these days. And so, there we go. Anyways, I got a book coming out on understanding women. Just going through the second run of edits. And then I'll be off. Along with that, I still do coaching. If you want to, message the Twitter. It's down below. And I'm also planning a workshop in June for anyone who's in the Missouri area. It's going to be in Kansas City. You guys have a good one. Like, share, subscribe, and comment on any topics you want me to talk about. Have a good one.
She walks with a sway, got that city beat. With every step, she's claiming the street. Eyes on her like she's the main event. Her reputation is something she's meant. She's made for the streets, she's the talk of the town. She lives for the night where the lights go down. All judgment here, disguise for her fears. She's made for the streets, legs up high. They whisper her name like some urban myth. She's got no shame, she's got no guilt. She lurks the night, the carousel she rides. In this concrete jungle, she's been hurt. She's made for the streets, she's the talk of the town. She lives for the night where the lights go down. All judgment here, disguise for her fears. She's made for the streets. up high. Let them talk, let them stare. She doesn't care, she's beyond compare. She's not for taming, she's not for keeping. She's a force of nature, she's validation seeking. Her story's not yours to write or to judge. She's more than a whisper, more than a nudge. She's the heartbeat of the city, a wild free soul. She's made for the streets and she'll never be whole. She's made for the streets, she's the top of the town. She lives for the night where the lights go down. All judgment here, disguised for her feet. She's made for the streets, legs up high. In the end it's her choice, her life to lead. No apology, no need for creed. She's made for the streets, she's living her dream. This city's her playground, or so it seems.